All right, so let's dive into this.
Yeah.
Aligning sales and marketing efforts. I think this can make a big difference for a lot of businesses out there. And we've got some expert insights.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to kind of unpack how a more unified approach can really help boost your growth, especially for all the small businesses and entrepreneurs out there.
It's fascinating. We see this all the time. Sales and marketing. Acting as completely separate entities within a company.
Yeah.
It's almost as if they're speaking different languages.
Right.
And of course, that disconnect leads to a lot of missed opportunities and some wasted resources.
It's like having a car with two engines,
Yeah.
and they're both trying to go in different directions. No power, no efficiency,
Right.
just a whole lot of frustration. So instead of that kind of tug of war,
Yeah.
imagine if sales and marketing could work together seamlessly. That's where the magic happens. Companies with strong alignment, we've seen it. They can see growth rates up to 90% higher. And they can be 15% more profitable. I mean, those are game-changing numbers, especially in today's business environment.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the numbers. It's about a smoother process, more effective for everyone. Think about it. When sales and marketing are aligned, they're working towards the same goals with a shared understanding of the customer and the customer journey.
Yeah, but so often it feels like a blame game.
Right.
Sales wants better leads. Marketing thinks that they're delivering them. How do we get past this finger pointing and move towards a more collaborative approach?
I think a big thing is shifting the focus to shared KPIs that emphasize revenue and closed deals. So instead of marketing saying, oh, look at all these leads we're generating, and sales saying, oh, we're closing at this rate, both teams need to be looking at the big picture, generating revenue and driving business growth.
So it's more about celebrating wins together
Right.
than dwelling on those individual metrics,
Exactly.
which might not tell the whole story. I'm curious, though, how do we actually define those shared KPIs?
Sure.
And what role does understanding the customer play in all of this?
Well, understanding your customer is absolutely paramount. It's about crafting a detailed buyer persona that goes beyond basic demographics. This persona should be so rich with insights that it's almost like you can read your customer's mind. You understand their needs, their pain points, their motivations, their buying habits.
That sounds incredibly powerful. But how do we create such a detailed persona? Is it just about crunching the data from marketing analytics?
Data is definitely crucial, but it's only part of the equation. Think about website analytics, market research, surveys. Don't forget about your sales team. They have a goldmine of information.
Right.
They're on the front lines every day, interacting with customers, hearing their questions, their objections, getting that feedback firsthand.
It's like having a direct line to the customer's thoughts. So combining those real-world insights from sales with the data-driven perspective of marketing can paint a really comprehensive picture of your ideal customer. And I imagine that knowledge can inform everything from product development to marketing campaigns to sales strategies. Speaking of strategies, our research shows that shared technology and tools are really critical for effective collaboration.
Absolutely. In today's digital world, technology can be a very powerful enabler for sales and marketing alignment. It's like building a bridge between those two departments, allowing for seamless communication, data sharing, collaborative strategizing. You've got things like CRM systems that track customer interactions throughout the entire life cycle, providing valuable insights for both sales and marketing.
Yeah, it's like having a shared playbook that everyone can access and everyone can contribute to. And we can't forget about marketing automation platforms to streamline tasks, personalize communication, nurture leads more effectively.
Right. Think of marketing automation as your trusty sidekick, handling all those repetitive tasks so you can focus on the human element, building relationships, closing deals.
Yeah.
But of course, technology is only as good as the strategy behind it. And that's where smarketing comes in.
You know, I've heard that term before.
Ugh.
Honestly, I'm still a bit fuzzy on what it actually means. How is it different from just saying sales and marketing alignment?
Smarketing is more than alignment. It's about a fundamental shift in the way that sales and marketing operate, breaking down those silos and fostering a culture of collaboration where both teams are working together, sharing goals, sharing metrics, sharing strategies. Imagine a world where marketing uses sales data to create those laser-focused campaigns, and sales leverages marketing insights to have more informed conversations with prospects.
So it's not just about sharing information, it's about really integrating those two functions into one cohesive force. Our sources outline 6 key steps for achieving this marketing nirvana. And it starts with defining shared goals and establishing a very clear understanding
Of the target audience. Exactly. Without that shared foundation, you're building a house on sand. You need that solid ground of shared goals and a unified vision of your customer. And then it's about open communication, not just occasional meetings. It's got to be ongoing dialogue, feedback loops.
So it's not just about passing leads back and forth. It's about a constant flow of information and insights between the two teams. And I think technology can play a big role in that, especially for smaller businesses that might have limited resources or remote teams.
Think about things like project management tools that allow both sales and marketing to track progress on campaigns, share feedback in real time, stay in sync. You've also got communication platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams, which can help streamline conversations, make document sharing easier, and allow for more collaborative brainstorming.
It's like having a virtual water cooler where sales and marketing can connect, share ideas, and celebrate those shared wins. But it's not just about internal collaboration. It's also about adapting to the way customers are buying today. Did you know that buyers now do most of their research before they even talk to sales?
Yeah, it's a fascinating shift in buyer behavior. Research actually shows that buyers are 50–70% of the way through their decision-making process before they ever even pick up the phone or send an email to a sales rep.
Wow, that's incredible. So marketing isn't just about generating leads anymore. It's about shaping perceptions, educating prospects, building trust long before that first sales interaction. It's about creating valuable content that really addresses customer pain points and answers their questions in a compelling and engaging way.
Think about things like blog posts, white papers, infographics, videos, anything that can provide value. Establish your brand as a thought leader.
Right.
And you can't forget about SEO. Make sure that content is easily discoverable by all those information-hungry buyers.
It's like laying out a red carpet for your potential customers, guiding them through those early stages of the buyer journey and positioning your brand as a trusted resource. But we also need to acknowledge that the customer journey itself has evolved. It's not just a straight line from awareness to purchase anymore.
No, the modern customer journey is much more complex, much more nonlinear. Buyers might jump back and forth between different stages, consume information from multiple sources, engage with your brand in a variety of ways. They might find you through social media, then visit your website, then sign up for your email list, download a white paper, and then finally reach out to a sales rep.
It's like a choose-your-own-adventure novel. With multiple paths and possibilities. So how do sales and marketing adapt to this more dynamic customer journey?
Well, by offering a variety of content types and touch points that cater to the different stages of the buyer's journey. Think about providing educational content for those in the awareness stage, more in-depth resources for those in the consideration phase, and then targeted offers or demos for those that are ready to buy.
So it's like having a well-stocked pantry, ready to serve whatever dish best suits your customer's appetite at that moment. And we need to think about different channels as well.
Oh, for sure.
Because customers might discover your brand through social media, or organic search, or email marketing, or even word-of-mouth referrals.
Exactly, and each of those channels requires a different approach. The tone and style that resonates on social media might not be appropriate for a professional networking platform like LinkedIn.
It's like speaking different dialects, depending on who you're talking to. It can feel a bit overwhelming, especially for small businesses with limited bandwidth. But I think there's a common theme here: aligning your sales and marketing efforts around the customer journey and providing a consistent experience across all those touch points.
You got it. When sales and marketing work together, you can create a much more cohesive and much more effective customer experience, which leads to more sales, stronger customer relationships, and a more sustainable business. And that kind of brings us to a crucial point: the role of sales in informing marketing strategy.
Okay, yeah, this is where it gets really interesting for me. You know, our sales teams, they're the voice of the customer. How can we bring that voice into our marketing in a more deliberate way?
I think of it as a two-way street. Instead of just sales passing leads to marketing, encourage regular communication between the teams. Maybe sales reps join marketing meetings, share insights from customer calls, or marketers shadow those calls, hear firsthand what customers are saying about their needs and objections.
So it's not just about handing off leads. It's more about an ongoing dialogue, a feedback loop between sales and marketing.
Exactly. Sales can provide really valuable input on things like messaging, content creation, Even product development. Let's say sales reps are consistently hearing customers are confused about a certain feature. Well, that's a signal to marketing. Hey, we need to create some content to clarify that feature and explain it more effectively.
So it's like having a real-time focus group,
Yeah.
directly informing those marketing decisions. Makes a lot of sense. Our sources also talk about the importance of a formal agreement between these teams. A service level agreement or an SLA. What does that actually look like in practice?
Well, think of an SLA as a contract, this shared understanding. That keeps everyone on the same page, working towards those common goals. It outlines roles, responsibilities, expectations for each team.
So what kind of things would be included in a typical SLA?
Well, it would spell out the KPIs that both teams are going to be accountable for. It would define the process for lead generation, how those leads are qualified, and then that handoff process between sales and marketing. It might even specify communication channels, how often the teams should connect.
It's not just about, you know, warm, fuzzy feelings of collaboration. It's a very structured approach with clearly defined expectations, metrics, and processes. Sounds like this could really help to eliminate those classic sales and marketing conflicts.
Oh, absolutely. An SLA brings clarity. It fosters accountability. And it promotes a more collaborative working relationship. It's a win-win.
We've talked about alignment, shared goals, open communication. But let's get practical here. For a small business owner who's listening, what are some tangible examples of how they can actually put these principles into action? Starting today.
Well, one really powerful example is content collaboration. Think about it. Sales reps are a treasure trove of knowledge when it comes to customer pain points and questions that they're getting. Share that with marketing so you can create laser-focused content. That really hits the mark.
So instead of marketing just guessing what content is going to resonate, they're getting it straight from the source, from the sales team, who are having those conversations every day.
Right, exactly. Imagine this. A sales rep notices a lot of customers are asking about integrating a certain software product with other tools. They share that with the marketing team. And marketing creates a blog post, an infographic, maybe a video tutorial that specifically addresses that integration.
That's a great example. That kind of targeted content is going to be so much more valuable to potential customers than something generic that just kind of misses the mark.
It's all about providing the right information at the right time in that buyer's journey. And who better to inform that content creation than the sales team, who are interacting with those customers on a daily basis?
Lead nurturing. That's another area where sales and marketing can really join forces.
Right, absolutely. Think of lead nurturing as building relationships with potential customers who aren't quite ready to buy yet. But by providing them with valuable information, staying top of mind, you increase the likelihood that they'll become paying customers eventually.
And that's where marketing automation comes in.
Exactly. Marketing automation platforms allow you to create automated email sequences, personalize content, and track how people are engaging with your messages. So this helps you stay in touch with leads, provide them with relevant information, and gently guide them further down that sales funnel.
It sounds really efficient, but there's got to be a balance, I imagine. We don't want to become overly reliant on automation and lose that human touch.
You hit the nail on the head. While automation can streamline certain tasks, make your efforts more efficient, it's still really crucial for sales reps to have those personalized conversations with leads and build those relationships.
So it's more about thinking of marketing automation as a tool to enhance and support the sales process, not to replace it entirely. It's about finding that sweet spot where technology and human interaction work together.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right balance between automation and that human touch.
Now, our research also highlights the importance of ongoing training for both sales and marketing teams.
Absolutely. Continuous learning is essential to stay ahead of the curve. But instead of having separate sales training and separate marketing training, think about the power of bringing both teams together for joint training sessions.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Why not learn from each other and foster a more collaborative environment from the get-go?
Exactly. Imagine a joint training session where everyone gets on the same page about that buyer persona, identifying customer pain points, developing a consistent brand message. Sales can learn from marketing's expertise in content creation, and marketing can gain valuable insights from sales' firsthand experience.
It's a win-win for everybody. Now, we've talked about technology for collaboration, but beyond marketing automation, what are some other tools that small businesses can use to streamline their sales and marketing efforts?
Oh, there's so many great options out there. Project management tools like Asana.Trello or Monday.com. They're fantastic for keeping everyone organized and on track. You can create shared projects, assign tasks, track deadlines, and centralize all of your communication. No more important emails getting lost in that inbox abyss.
It's like having a virtual command center where everyone can see what's happening and stay in sync. What about tools for real-time communication and collaboration?
Platforms like Slack and Microsoft Teams are game changers for this. They allow for instant messaging, file sharing, even video conferencing, which is essential for remote teams or businesses with team members in different locations.
These tools are incredibly valuable, especially in today's world of remote work and distributed teams.
Absolutely. And then you have tools specifically for sales enablement. These platforms provide sales reps with the resources and information they need to have more effective conversations with potential customers. Think about content libraries, sales playbooks, training materials, all readily accessible at their fingertips.
It's like giving your sales team a superpower toolkit that's directly aligned with your marketing strategy.
Exactly. It ensures that everyone is on the same page, singing from the same song sheet, and that your sales reps have the information they need to have those productive conversations with prospects.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from high-level strategies to specific tools. But if a small business owner is feeling a little overwhelmed, where should they start? What's that one action item they can tackle today?
To really start moving towards better sales and marketing alignment, if I had to pick one thing, just one, schedule a meeting, bring your sales and marketing teams together, doesn't matter if it's in person or virtual, and just have an open and honest conversation. Talk about the challenges, the opportunities, and most importantly, the shared goals that are going to drive your business forward.
So it all starts with communication, breaking down those walls and creating that space for dialogue.
You got it. Get everyone in the same room or the same video call and just start talking. And this shouldn't be a one-time thing either. Make it a regular thing, maybe a weekly check-in or bi-weekly, to discuss progress, share feedback, address any roadblocks that come up.
So the takeaway here is that sales and marketing alignment, it's not like a destination. It's a journey. It's an ongoing process.
Right.
Requires consistent communication, collaboration, and a willingness to adapt as your business grows, as the market changes.
Absolutely. It's about shifting the mindset from us versus them to we're all in this together. Break down those silos, create a culture where sales and marketing function as one team.
And when you achieve that alignment, you know when those two engines are firing in sync. That's when you can unlock a whole new level of potential for your business. It's about creating a more seamless operation, a more effective operation, and ultimately a more profitable operation.
It's about creating those remarkable customer experiences that lead to loyalty and sustainable growth.
But we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about the modern customer journey. We talked about technology. We talked about fostering a culture of collaboration. But here's a final thought for you. If your sales team is the voice of the customer, how can you amplify that voice? Within your marketing strategy, just might be the key to unlocking even greater success for your business